Hi, welcome to the Triforce Podcast, where we talk about video games, we talk about movies, anime now, apparently.
Yeah, we're fucking multimedia at this point.
That alone is going to get us copyright.
Watch the show. No.
It's the Triforce.
So, I sat down to watch more Yu-Gi-Oh! Recently. And for those who have been keeping up with the podcast, we're in the middle of the Battle City arc. And my partner has never watched Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm really going to preface this by saying they don't know the slightest thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Angela walks in, looks at me, looks at what I'm watching, looks back at me, and just goes, "So, am I allowed to ship Yugi and the other Yugi, or is that like off the table?"
Other Yugi!
And I just go, "No, there." I was like, "You can't." Like we're big ship people. Yeah, obviously we did the September episode, but I have a quote in here that I took. I took a note of the exact quote that my partner said to me. If I can find it, because they were like, "Tell them what I said," and of course, I'll always tell y'all what my partner said.
I mean, I guess it can be possible,
Angela's ship, Yugi x Yami. It's like Self-Cessed, but better. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Wow.
Can I simp for the voices in my head? Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Oh my God.
I bet y'all fucking missed me. I love when I take a few weeks off and I come back.
With just the absolute most wild intros possible. Yes, I would love that.
I mean, I'm unhinged, so.
Listen, you know what? This is the perfect show to be unhinged, because just look at it for 5 minutes. Watch it for 5 minutes. Try to keep up with anything. I feel the way I'm watching this show right now is the way I feel like my parents watched me watching this show, because I'm sitting here like, yo, yeah, I kind of understand what's going on. But at the same time, it's nothing like what I know now about Yu-Gi-Oh! And I know Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm like, this isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! This is made up all the time.
No, this is Patrick.
I mean, they're treating it like Pokemon. It's what? Why? I don't get it. I don't understand it. But you know what? It's entertaining. It is entertaining to watch, and I suppose it is better than watching Yugi and Kaiba sit at a table for 8 hours.
Hey man, ain't nothing wrong with some Yugi and Kaiba going back and forth.
Oh, absolutely not. Also, welcome Jiggy Nachos. Holy
What's
shit!
up, everybody?
Welcome back.
Yo, I was actually just thinking about
man.
this the other day, dude. This is my 5th time on the podcast now. This is number 5.
The
so
quintennial.
cool little milestone. Shout outs to me real quick. It's crazy, Rain.
I
You
just
bring
gotta
up.
say,
Shout
I
out
feel like
to
this is
me.
the only. I'm sorry, wait a minute. This is the only one I've been on with Jiggy. I think I don't know.
Oh,
if Jiggy
really?
I've been on.
Oh yeah,
podcasts
right.
together.
Actually, though, good point. Yeah, I don't think we have been. We've always talked when we
Oh,
be
we're
playing
gonna do
Smash
it.
Brothers or something, but I don't think ever on an actual podcast. So
No,
let's
so,
go.
Woo! Shout out to Jiggy.
Thank you so much, yo. Rain, real quick, you actually mentioned something earlier about the shipping of Yami and regular Yu-Gi-Moto.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. So when C had told me that that you guys were going to be doing Battle City today, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I really kind of started dropping off after the Duelist Kingdom arc, and so I saw bits and pieces. I actually watched the first episode on my drive here, and then I was like, just driving or whatever. Just it's around 8 o'clock, rush hour traffic and all that, and then I hear the regular Yugi's voice, and then I hear Yami's. I'm like, yo, who's that though? I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the other guy too. Like, okay,
I'm here,
yeah.
Yugi.
I was like, okay, shoot, man. Yeah, yo, boy can use his pipes. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah. Let's go. But yeah, I'm excited. I don't know exactly where we're at the Battle City, but I'm sure I'll be picking up what you guys are putting down. I'm very excited to be here today.
I think we just left off with Esperova, right?
We are starting on...
Y'all gotta tell me who that is, because I have no idea who that is.
What?
Okay.
I have no idea who it is. What did I text you, Colton? It's like the Mega Evolution of Espeon.
You thought it was the Mega Evolution of Espeon.
Yeah. I was like, what is that? Please do tell. So explain for me and the other initiated who or what Esperova is. Did I say it right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's where Joey gets his Jinzo.
Yeah, that'd be some true facts. I believe we left off. We had only gotten to episode 8 in the first podcast.
Right.
Oh boy.
So I'm gonna start us off at episode 9.
Hell yeah. Oh, by the way, before we begin, I do want to just say a quick aside why we're doing Yu-Gi-Oh this week. We just want to shout it out to the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh, Kazuki Takahashi, and man, like, what a fucking universe he created.
What a legend, Like, I was gonna say, Colton, you know this about me. My life would not be like the nerdy, weird life it is without Yu-Gi-Oh in it.
Absolutely. And Jiggy, I think our friendship was forged on the tables of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, I think that's when we really 100%. I would say for sure we knew each other through Smash-ish, but then it really started popping off
once I found out
doing Duel Monsters.
Once I found out you played Yu-Gi-Oh, it was all over. It was all over from my savings account. It was it was all over for my mental health at a game shop. It was
Mobby. That's all I can say, Mobby.
All good. As I look around my studio right now with quite literal thousands of cards, but
you're welcome, yo.
I gotta say though, it has been one of the highlights of my life. Honestly, this is the coolest time of my life.
Appreciate it. I love the bro talk. But let's talk about episode 9.
Yeah, speaking of bro talk,
who's this Esperoza? Whoever the person we're talking about before? What's up? Who is me?
I got you. Episode 9, Esperoba, the ESP Duelist, Part 1. Gotta love when there's a Part 1 in there.
Oh yeah.
All of these have the Part 1.
I talked about that with Colton just earlier. Yes, but go ahead.
The psychic duelist Esperoba defeats Rex Raptor as easy as a Chumpasaurus. Please kill me, that is the exact words in the bio.
No,
and Joey's next on his hit list. What chance does Joey have when Esperoba has the telepathic ability to read all the cards in Joey's hand?
Wow.
I'm making a connection with the psychic universe. Ooh. I hate Esperoba's bit. I hate it so much. I'm just
I think what sent me, right, was at the beginning of that episode when Joey's like, oh, I'ma challenge him, and he's like, I know what you're gonna do before you even do it. And I'm literally, my notes just read, we love Joey, I have no idea what I'm actually gonna do anyway, Wheeler. King
You don't know
shit.
what I'm gonna do if I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That man really sat there and went, I don't know what I'm doing, so good luck with that.
That's so fucking funny. He really is just brute forcing his way through these duels, and I think that is so cool. There isn't a thought behind those eyes. That man has elevator music in his head all the time, but somehow ekes out these wins. And I think that really did help him here, because a lot of the duelists that Esperova were going up against, they were overthinking it. They were overanalyzing it. They obviously fell for the shtick. And Joey Wheeler, being a seasoned Brooklynite, was like, this is horseshit. What do you mean this is... No way. So
he really like had a back and forth where he was like, "You're not really psychic," and then would be like, "Oh my god, how does he know my card? You're not. This is all cheap tricks." And I was just like, "Joey, it's gonna be okay, honey."
Yeah, he's just, I do love that he just like figured it out, but he had to like out it. He had to find a way to out it. He's just like, and he said it while he was like, he had cards in his hand. He's like, "I knew you have friends in high places. I just got to figure out how the hell this works." And I'm like, "You just said how it works." Joey, please. Oh my god. If I had a nickel for every time Skull Dice and Graceful Dice saved his ass, I would be rich. I could buy a whole new, I could buy a booster box.
Wait,
I was
hold on.
literally gonna make a joke, just be like, if I had a nickel for every time that happened, I'd have 2 nickels.
Which isn't a lot, but
Weird
it's weird
that it
that happened
happened
twice.
So hold on. So something I just realized you said. I guess again I didn't really watch like as it like came out. You said Graceful Dice and what was the other one?
Skull Dice.
Those were promos in like a Yu-Gi-Oh game, right? That's as much as I remember. Wow. Okay, so wow. Would you look at that? That's awesome. That's so cool.
That's why.
Awesome.
That's why they were promos. They were like Joey Wheeler's ace cards.
Yeah.
Like he'd fucking throw down the swordsman of Landstar or some shit like that, and he's just like against like a dark magician, and he's just like, "I'm gonna reduce your monster's attack, and I'm gonna boost my own." Like, and just that's how it works. And he's the dice deck. I like that a lot. Like he's very much chance oriented. He's got fucking roulette spider in his deck. He's got time wizard, graceful dice, skull dice. Like, dude. Like, oh my god.
I put this in my notes, literally, Joey Lucky Cards Wheeler.
He really is Lucky Cards Wheeler.
That's funny.
Also, like, so he makes the comment, like you were saying, Colton, of you got friends in high places. And then you have Mokuba, like, right as he says that, Mokuba comes running in and he's like, "I'm the commissioner!
Like,
this is cheating!"
What is
and
he
like,
doing on the
kid.
roof?
And I'm sitting there watching this whole thing go down, and he like grabs the kid and he's like, "That's it, I'm pulling your brother from the duel." And they're all like, "No, don't, he's our big brother." And like Mokuba's like hitting the feelings or whatever.
It's so
But
insane.
then he like turns and he looks to see Yugi standing there, and like Yugi just kind of gives this like nod of approval, like, "Let the duel happen." And Mokuba's like, "What would Yugi do?" And I'm like, "You're the fucking commissioner, dude. I know you're like 10, but this is your job. Why do you give a shit about what Yugi has to do?"
To be fair.
And then also, in that moment, I wrote in my notes, "Holy shit, I forgot Yugi had to save the world."
Yeah.
Because he's like,
He really did.
"This is happening, but Merrick also," and I'm like, "Oh my god, that's a thing that's happening right now."
He spent a lot of the first episodes of Battle City as a side character.
Yeah, he really did.
That much I could agree with.
Joey Wheeler was the main character for like the first half of the Battle City arc.
Joey Wheeler could still be the main character.
Absolutely. I love Joey. I fucking love Joey. He was my favorite character growing up. I was like, I love the underdog story. I love the idea that this blockheaded, pig-brained moron could just, in spite of all odds, just fly in the face of Seto Kaiba at every pass. It made me so happy.
Dude, the fellow Brooklynite, man. I gotta always support the fellow Brooklynite. Joey Wheeler, like, the older you get, you realize, man, okay, this guy's a lot cooler than they portray him in the show. You was like, "Oh, Yugi's the best, but there's something about Joey that is like, I don't know, this isn't going to be the Joey Wheeler episode, but just, there's something that Joey has that a lot of people like, and I gotta tell you, man, he's one of my favorites too, for sure.
This could be the Joey Wheeler episode. I definitely think that they put so much more care into Joey's lines than any other character in the show. Because whenever he's talking, like, his voice actor sounds like he's having a blast. He's having so much fun doing this, and I think they just let the voice actor write the lines ahead of like as he was saying them. So it sounds so much more natural than every other character in this show. Like, and I love it. He's got choice lines too. He has some fantastic dialogue. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what actually happened in the show. And I cannot believe this. Mokuba Kaiba, first of all, Spider-Man routining around the city, around New Domino City. Oh no, it's not New Domino City. It's regular Domino City.
I'll be like, we're not at New Domino yet.
Yeah. Mokuba Kaiba is like 75 at that time, but like, he's just doing his nice Spider-Man routine around the city, and he like slide dives into this kid and like kicks him over. I'm like, Mokuba, he's like 7. You need to not do that.
No, Mokuba's like taking his job as Battle City Commissioner so fucking serious, and then they like hit him with but that's our big brother line, and he's like, big brother stories always get
bullies. And he's just like,
and I'm
your brother helps you too.
Not me sitting there going, my big brother could fucking never. Can't relate.
That's like if
not my siblings.
That's like if I were a police officer and I just caught somebody like committing grand larceny, and I'm just like, all right, I'm taking you in. It's like, but this is from my wife, and my wife loves me. And I just pulled a picture of Nicole out of my wallet, like, my wife loves me too.
Maze Hughes, is that you?
Wife stories always get me. You're free to go. It's so. I think the craziest part of it is how immediate it is. You know, there's no like back and forth at all. Mokuba's just like, all right, I'll let you go. I'm like, bro, you're simultaneously.
Mokuba like tries for like 2 seconds where he's like, but if I let you go, then how do I know you're not going to do it again? And I shouldn't be giving him second chances. And then like has this whole moment where he like remembers that Kaiba protected him from a bully that one time.
Yep, it's
and
the
then
same scene
Yugi.
they reference every time. It's the same scene.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that one fucking time, and he's just like, oh my god, like, big brother stories really get me. And I'm just sitting there like, I literally would be like, absolutely not. Your brother is not finishing this. I would have taken the mic out of the kid's hand and like grabbed it and been like, Battle City Commissioner, the duel is over.
Put your hands up.
I'm a 10-year-old, but I'm in charge.
Oh my god. He is simultaneously the best commissioner and the worst commissioner of all time.
I mean, like, half of the time he's just walking around with Kaiba, so...
Yeah, half the time he's walking around with Kaiba, and anytime he catches somebody, he's just like, fuck it, why not? We'll just let it go.
Yo, real quick, before we lose track of the episode, or what episodes we have to go by, I actually tried to look up Esperoba. First of all, thought it was a chick. Definitely not a chick. That's number one. Number two, I don't think I've ever seen this character, like, designed before. This is pretty, I'm surprised this isn't more popular. This is a cool-looking character.
He's a cool-looking character. You need to hear him speak.
Sucks as a character.
You need to hear him. You need to like experience Esperova, and then you'll know why he wasn't popular.
Doesn't he? Okay, you know what? Does he sound like this? Like, I don't know. It's like I gotta see.
No, but you got the Weevil voice
psychic
down.
Universe.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I see. So watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is what you're telling me. Copy. Okay,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is kind of spot on with Esperova, actually.
Oh, good to know, yo. Anyway, what were the episode? Is this still part 1 or part 2 that we're at?
I'm about to read part 2.
Yeah,
part
let's
2.
get
Okay,
part 2
gotcha.
going.
Episode 10. Esperoba, the ESP Duelist Part 2. Joey discovers that Esperoba's extrasensory perception was a hoax, but he's not yet free from Espa's mental manipulations. Esperoba's Jinzo not only slaughters all of Joey's monsters, but grows in power every turn. Joey's luck has come to an end. Or has it? Dun dun dun. X-Files theme plays.
I really love what they do this season with they try to make it suspenseful, like they in a later episode too with the Dark Magicians episode, like they do this thing where like Jinzo's about to attack Joey, and they're like, "Oh no, is he gonna lose?" Like anyone who's been keeping track of the life points knows the answer to that question. Why are they ending on that? Like, there's no suspense there. It's math. Just no.
Yo, question real quick about the life points. I watched the first episode of this, as mentioned before, and that was at 2,000. Is it still at 2,000 at this point?
No,
or
it's
do they eventually
4,000.
jump up?
It's 4,000.
It's 4,000. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so Battle City tournament rules also instated like the sacrificing rule. So like if you have a monster over like 4 stars, you have to, do the sacrifice, because that's like one of the things in that first episode. Joey goes to like summon a monster, and they're like, "Hey, actually, because of the rules, you can't do that anymore."
So they try to follow the rules of IRL. You'll love to see it.
Except for they can still summon face-up defense monsters. In this episode, I wrote it literally in my notes. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sin. Why does Joey get to summon Baby Dragon and Time Wizard in the same turn?
Right?
Yo! Dude, I saw an episode with Yugi. He summoned Curse of Dragon, normal summon, and then normal summoned Gaia, and then played polymerization. You're gonna just summon it from the fucking poly from the hand.
Man just
summon twice.
Man just said no to the rule. He just wanted to see the holograms before he polyed them.
Yo, unbelievable.
Like, literally.
Yugi is the biggest cheater in the entirety of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I will stand by that, especially in later episodes. Holy shit!
There are so many things. I believe I've said this, and I don't remember which podcast I said it in, but I know I've definitely said this to you, Colton. Heart of the Cards really just seems like cheating.
Heart of the Cards like means stacking the deck. Like, oh my god.
Like,
I'm not in my head. Yep.
It's not in this set of notes, but I know in one of these episodes for my notes, I literally just wrote like, "Listen, man, I know how to count cards too. You're not special." Like, come on.
It's so crazy to watch that. I can't wait to get to the Yugi episode that's coming soon. Like, it's not now, is it? I think we still have to go through another Joey duel before. No, we don't. It goes
not for the magician. You're
Yes.
talking about the magician one that happens next.
Yes.
I wrote all my notes. I hope you missed me in my note taking.
I did, very much so. As somebody who can't take notes and can't sit still to save his life, it is so valuable to me that somebody here takes notes.
As someone that has never been on the podcast with you before, Rain, it's very nice to know that someone has all the information, all the little bookmarks that we need to take. By someone like me that's just hyped the whole time. So I do appreciate it as well.
I try my best.
Yes.
Some of my notes are really dumb. Like these 2 notes that read, "Y'all, I miss Bakura. Where the fuck is he?" And also, I've given y'all 1 episode without making fun of Kaiba. Where is he? I need to make fun of him.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's really weird?
Wrong,
I think this is just in the English dub, but I remember Mokuba calls Kaiba one time, and I'm like, that's your name. That's your
Me
name.
sitting there every time Mokuba like speaks, and he just goes Seto, and I'm just like, oh, stop.
Oh, God, it's so weird. But he did call him Kaiba once, and I had to like pause and rewind. I'm like, it was like hearing Vegeta say Goku. Like, I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is this?
Oh, God, that was so weird. I'm like, that would be like if I called my brother, "Hey, Murray." Like, yo, weird. Weird. Just really weird.
Me literally going up to everybody, only using last names.
Yep.
Going to my brother, literally, I'm gonna stare my brother in the eye and just give him, just say the last name.
I definitely did that. I hung with a friend. I call him by his last name. So when I'm hanging out with him, when I'm hanging out with him, and I call him by his last name, everyone looks at me. I'm like, "Oh, David. Sorry." Happens all the time.
Oh my God.
I'm sure this
weird.
is gonna come as a shock to everybody, but Joey wins the duel.
Yeah,
And,
now like
my notes,
Jinzo.
like I said, they say Joey Lucky Cards Wheeler because he uses
Absolutely.
his roulette spider. And it just so happens to work in his favor, and he wins, and he gets the Jinzo card.
I need to look
And
up
then-
this card that Esperova had. It's called Reflect Bounder. I need to
Yeah.
see if it actually does the shit it does in the show.
Oh, well, that's a great fucking question. You know it probably doesn't.
No, definitely not. Let's see.
While you're doing that, my last note just reads, in quotations, smell you later. I forgot how old this show was that people still said that.
I think if this show was made now, Joey Wheeler would still say that.
I wish he didn't. But there's a lot of things in this show that happens, and I just kind of go, I wish it didn't.
Oh, wow, it actually does work, but Joey would have also lost.
Nope, Joey's the winner.
You both take the battle damage of the attack, and then the card is destroyed, but Joey didn't take shit, so yeah, that's all good.
But wait a minute. Joey would have only taken that damage if Jinzo was his card, but Jinzo wasn't his card.
No, maybe that's the rules.
That has to be, like, if we're dueling and I attack you, we would both take it, but if your monster is attacking your other monster, I wouldn't take shit.
Oh, I guess so. I guess Kaiba did read the rule book.
He did.
Interesting. Wow, okay, alright, I didn't think about that. Okay, so yeah, Joey did win this one. Joey's the only one out here legitimately winning duels.
Yeah, literally, me looking at Joey just going, he did it.
Good
I'm a little
job, buddy.
shocked. Someone
Nice
pat him
hair,
on the back.
Nice deck, yo.
Absolutely.
Also, I just gotta point this out. There is no reason for Yugi to say as many times as he does when Joey is dueling and, like, wins, oh, I can't believe he won without his, like, Red Eyes Black Dragon. And I'm like, dude, way to say that you literally have no faith in your friend. Like, why do you keep saying
He did
that?
it without his red eyes. I'm like, dude, just what? Like,
He's won quite a few duels without the red eyes. So,
that's like, Jiggy, if you saw me dueling and you're just like, wow, he did it without Millennium Eyes Restrict.
Yeah, that would be crazy, yo. Let me know when that happens, yo. 'Cause I haven't seen it before, man.
me looking at my brother, he did it without using the
Wait.
blue eyes.
Rain, before we can, I just remembered. Have you played Master Duel? Just a curiosity.
I have, and I wish I hadn't.
Wish you hadn't. Oh man. Okay. I was just curious.
Okay, so I don't know how much you know about my Yu-Gi-Oh experience, Jiggy, but I used to do tournaments.
Yeah. Oh, I've heard your lore. Something
Yeah,
about
my
a certain
lore.
deck.
Yeah, I've made kids quit the game before, but my card got banned. I stopped playing. I played Master Duel on one of Colton's streams. And then people were like, yeah, you got to get the Link deck or the Pendulum deck. And I immediately was like, I actually hate this. And I stopped.
Oh wow. I see.
Yeah, Master Duel is definitely not for everybody.
I'm such like an old school like player. So like I stopped when like synchros were a thing.
Synchro what?
So like, you know, after that everything makes no sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Makes sense.
Though I suppose I just learned how to play Magic, so if I can figure out how to play Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh should be easy to get back into. But I won't do it.
That you could literally have a whole podcast talking about what game is harder, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic, but we won't get there.
Oh yeah, I'd say.
Oh, I gotta start talking about the next episode where Colton's gonna have a whole
100%.
time.
Please,
yeah.
by all means, go for it.
This was kind of a cool episode, though. I really like this one.
And we have two different opinions. The Master of Magicians, Part 1, Episode 11. The Magician Duelist Arcana transports Yami Yugi to the world's most lethal dueling arena where the loser gets sent to the Shadow Realm. Yami must win this duel or he'll lose much more than his dark magician. I need you to understand.
Wait, is that
like,
the whole description?
That's it.
Oh my
That's
god!
the whole fucking description.
That was so short.
I know. A lot of these are really short.
Oh my god. There was
that's-
so much more that happened in that episode.
I know, but there's a reason that I like this, because then we get the chance to kind of talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I like the way these bios are set up.
It's like if you go to like McDonald's and like you see your Happy Meal. This is how they'll describe the episode. It's not like there's nothing that actually really explain.
It's a burger, fries, and a milk. What do you want?
There's no explanation. You don't get to know what you get. You know what I mean? Like you just
Figure it out.
given it. But first of all, I just want you to know, Kaiba shows up in this episode.
Oh, let's go.
And there's like this beginning part where there's a guy like trying to get the guy he just beat in a duel to give him like multiple cards, and Kaiba shows up, and Kaiba's just like, that's bullying. And I wrote anti-bully King Kaiba, but then I literally was like, let me make fun of him. Oh, what a fucking nerd.
He only stopped the bullying to then himself bully this man.
Oh yeah. So Jiggy, I need you to picture, right? They're in an alleyway, and like Mokuba's like, hey, that's cheating or whatever, and then like he says something to Mokuba, so Kaiba shows up and is like, hey, that's my little brother, that's fucking bullying. And then he takes his briefcase, the Seto Kaiba briefcase, hands it over to this guy and is like, I want you to build a deck with all these rare cards that I have, and we're gonna duel. And he's like, oh, fuck yeah, you'll never beat me. And they don't really show much, but I have to make the assumption that it is turn 1. And I wrote in my fucking notes, Kaiba, how the fuck you gonna sub an Obelisk the Tormentor just out of the blue on this man in the alleyway?
Yo, Obelisk, quite the card. I think it does really get popular around this time, yeah? But,
oh, yeah. Everyone thought it was the best one.
I mean, arguably, I still think it could be the best one.
I mean, yeah.
Agree to disagree, but I'll say this much, it's top 3.
I mean, you know what? You're right. It's top 3 out of 3.
I think out of the Egyptian god cards, it's definitely one of them. So,
Definitely one of those cards. What? I cannot believe you just said top 3.
It is. Listen, I think that Jiggy's making a stand-up point here.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
I appreciate you. Thank
you know what? Out of all the people named Jiggy in my life, you're definitely the top one.
Damn, got him.
I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. Yo, let's talk about me some more.
Were you in the second season of Yugioh?
You know what's crazy? Actually, I was actually going to say real quick, right? This is season 2, right?
Yeah, this is season 2.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, so season 1 must have been, like, I remember, like, you know, watching stuff here and there and whatnot, but, like, how long were, like, the actual seasons in Yu-Gi-Oh? Just a curiosity.
So, season 1 was 49 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
and
pretty big.
I think season 2 is roughly the same amount of episodes. Like, these are really long seasons, but I believe they were also broken up.
Yeah, they were.
Unquote.
It's weird because, like, depending on what streaming service you watch it on, it's different.
Oh yeah, like there are some, like, even like in the wikis and stuff like that, like, so the beginning of season 2 still counts as season 1 and things like that, because I remember, like, Colton, you and I were discussing it and we were like, this is really weird. Like,
yeah,
why does it say that it's this when it's not this? And it's just, you gotta love no one knowing what the fuck is going on.
I mean, it really do be like that. It's just it absolutely do be like that. But it's very in line with the show, whereas you'll watch it and each episode is kind of like its own self-contained entity, and you never feel when the season ends, ever, at all. And, like, you'll just, like, you could just binge watch this series. I mean, I think the only comparable time the season ended is when you went from Duelist Kingdom to Battle City. From then on, it was just straight chaos.
Yeah, no, 100%. Speaking of, like, not knowing what's going on, there's a quote in this episode where, like, you finally get to see Merrick, you know, like, we've been talking about Merrick all this time, and then he kind of, like, starts talking, and he's just like, Kaiba has a little understanding of the power of the Egyptian god card, so it'll be easy to take Obelisk from him. And I'm just sitting there going, are we talking about Seto Kaiba? Both of us? Because I feel like you're not understanding that this is Seto Kaiba, and I don't think he's gonna just be like, okie dokie, Merrick, I don't know what's happening, take this card. Like, Seto Kaiba, the man, the myth, the legend, right?
This is the man
cares about
who threw
one
a
thing.
Yu-Gi-Oh card at a gun and stopped it from shooting.
He also, like, isn't there like another scene where he breaks someone's hand with the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card?
Yep.
Like, this man is ruthless, but also, imagine this.
Fucking
Imagine being
Gambit
Seto
over
Kaiba.
here.
I'm gonna need you guys to do some imagining with me.
All right, I got my eyes
Imagine
closed.
this. You're Seto Kaiba, and you care only about being the #1 duelist,
I'm hearing
while your
music.
rival and possible boyfriend, Yugimoto,
Very
is
possible
out there
boyfriend.
trying to save the fucking world at the same time as you sitting there going, I'm gonna kick Yugi's ass. Yugi literally sitting there, if I don't do this, the world is going to end. Kaiba, I want the cards because I should be the #1 duelist. Merrick, I'm gonna destroy Battle City.
It's Kaiba's got his, like, Kaiba's doing all the right things, but for all the wrong reasons.
I feel like Kaiba's so valid, but at the same time, like,
Not at all.
it's like, I look at him and I go, if I owned a company that made money off of Yu-Gi-Oh, I too would run tournaments like this. But also, you were literally told that the fate of the world, like, hangs in the balance, and all you took out of that was, I could be the #1 duelist. That was all you got out of that.
Kaiba is going through this world with, like, if Joey Wheeler has sheer brute force, Seto Kaiba has sheer brute pettiness. Like, he is just getting through. He has forced his way into destiny sheerly on the fact that he is so petty that he cannot let Duelist Kingdom go. I can't believe it. Like, anytime Kaiba speaks, I'm just like, do you understand that you are part of the world, right? Like, you are an inhabitant of the world.
Nah.
And you are also at stake here.
Not him.
Oh,
Not Seto
my
Kaiba.
God. Mokuba is also an inhabitant of the world, and you've seen all this ancient Egyptian bullshit firsthand, and you're still like, I'm gonna duel you, Yugi. I'm gonna take the cards, and I'm gonna be the best duelist, and that's it. And then we're done. We can go home. Look. Wow. Oh my God. Kaiba frustrates me to no end.
Seto Kaiba's really sitting there like, I should be the hero of this story. But also, only because then it'll make me #1, and I should be #1. And he was #1.
Oh my God, he's just so... you're right, he's valid, and at the same time, entirely not. And I want to justify it, because he's doing all the right things. The actions he is doing are correct. But, God, just... I just want to, like, take his head and just, like, clink it together with someone else and just be like, Kaiba! Like, stop it! Like, please! Get the duel out of the way when you're done with the Battle City. You know, like, just get Merrick out of the way. He is oh my God. He's entering the tournament. You know about it. Just like delete his dual disc. that's the way you beat Merrick.
I really love also, I don't think it's in this episode, but like when he's like, I can't believe that the Egyptian god cards haven't been played yet. But you're sitting here going, I'm the best duelist, so, like, why would they waste their really good cards on, like, losers?
Meanwhile, Kaiba's just been throwing obelisk at every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the street. And, like, it's like he really is just, like, every single time. And we find out how he got it out so quick later. But, like, it's so insane to me that he just does this. Every single duel he's in, he just first turn KOs them with obelisk.
He really just said, I want y'all to know that I'm amazing.
Absolutely. And you know what? To be fair, if I were in his position, I'd wanna throw out my big old boss monster too. But like, dude. Like, and also, how are you tracking the god cards on a satellite? How does that work? Oh, I guess the holograms, but like, that's so insane. This whole dual satellite thing kills
streaming.
Me. It kills me. I love it. It's so
I love
dumb.
the way that because it's like such an old fucking show that they go, Serenity is watching it on the internet. Like, that's such a big thing.
Let me type in the link into this internet browser, and here you go.
Tristan not knowing how to turn on the laptop kills me every time.
Tristan's a technology boomer, 100%, and it's
him.
canon.
All right, I'm gonna move past Kaiba for finally, you know.
Absolutely.
Move past him. I have more comments about
if
him.
only
We'll
he
get to
could
that
move
later.
past him.
So, right, we have this whole thing with Kaiba, and then a clown fucking appears and looks at Yugi and goes, haha, I've been looking for you. You need to go 53 steps to the left into that tent. Why 53? Why not just say, hey,
go over there.
You know the evil dude who you totally know is looking for you? Yeah, okay, he's in the fucking tent. But he's like, nah, man, 53 fucking steps. And the way that I fucking saw Yugi walk into, you know, the magic box that's at, like, magic shows, and they, like, slide, so, like, oh, their head's over here now.
Yeah, it's like the disappearing box thing.
I literally went, oh my god, they're gonna saw him in half. Oh, no, he just disappeared. Only for my follow-up note to be, you know, a lot of these plots in Yu-Gi-Oh! Could be dealt with much shorter if these characters had guns. Or, like, I don't know, if Yugi could walk right into the magic box because he was promised a duel, they could have just killed him. And then, wow, just take his card or whatever the fuck you wanted.
Oh my god, yeah, because he was in a totally isolated area. Like, nobody would have been able to save him. Like, they could have just capped him and left.
That's like, they literally, a lot of my notes are just like, man, this would have been just easy if violence could be the answer in Yu-Gi-Oh!
I guess that could be true of all of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Like, okay, listen, first season, understand that dueling had to happen, because the first season, the fucking fate of the world was not at stake, or whatever the fuck we were doing. They were literally just in a tournament. Joey wanted to get the money for his sister's surgery. I thought it was very cute. You know, like, that, there you go. You have a very, you know, here it is. But then this one comes along, and literally, the stake of, like, you know, the fate of the fucking world. If I was the villain, I would have just been like, yeah, take 53 steps into that tent, and then shot him, and taken the puzzle, and been like, it's mine now.
Done. Oh,
I don't know why you need all these rules.
And clearly Merrick's got the money. Man's on a fucking mega yacht on his way over here. Like, oh my god, where are all these people getting this money?
It's all from the shadow games, yo.
It's
the only way.
Don't you know that Yu-Gi-Oh! It's because of the Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's because, all right, that's true. The economy in Yu-Gi-Oh is entirely dependent on the game itself.
Yeah, this game. Anyway. I'm gonna throw myself. Yugi disappears, and he appears, like you were saying, in this isolated area with this dude in a mask who's just like, ha ha ha, follow me. And then he.
Speaking of laughing, did you remember his laugh? It is the most irritating thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm just like, dude, every time he laughs, I'm like, shut the fuck up. It feels like, you know what it really feels like? It feels like they took one recording of his laugh and played it every single time he needed to laugh.
No.
It's pretty. We know that the voice acting, though, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is.
It leaves a little bit to be desired, but.
That good.
But. Dude, come on. And his voice, him and Marek have the most over effort voice I've ever heard in my life. Marek is sitting on the fucking boat if I go and do it and defeat the Pharaoh, I will become the Pharaoh. And I'm like, dude,
ouch.
I'm like, I'm right here. You do not have to scream it at me.
If they aren't yelling.
Oh my god! And then Arcane is just like, Yugi, it's time, and I'm like, oh god, just you know what? Just unhook me. I'll throw myself into the fucking energy disc.
Me, literally, just end me now. I also love that, so the whole premise being oh, well, I have a dark magician and I'm the master of magicians or whatever, and Yugi just turns around and goes, you speak as if you are the only one who can choose the card, but the card can choose the duelist. And that's how I ended up with Fishborg Blaster and why I can't duel anymore, because the card chose me, obviously. And that's why, Colton, you can only play Ancient Gears. And I don't know what the fuck Jiggy plays because I don't know anything else about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Don't worry about it,
Jiggy had a dream of Elemental Hero Stratos one day, and now here we are.
One day. You're talking about every day.
Stratos came down and gave him his dueling deck.
From the gods,
Absolutely.
The Egyptian god cards came down and went, this is for you.
Every time I accidentally bang into a piece of metal, that reminds me about my ancient gears.
Every time there's just a drop of water, I'm just like...
Every time you pick up a water bottle, you turn it out a certain way, it angles at the light, and you just see Fishborg Blaster.
I just see the fish swimming in it. I'm just like, he's here. He's my dueling spirit. No mind paid to the fact that it's a sealed water bottle, and why is there a fish in there? I'm literally purchasing it from the store. Why is there a fish in here?
Oh my god.
But yeah, he traps Yugi at the ankles.
Yep.
And it's like, there's a key in the box, which that I don't even know where that box fucking came from. It just appeared, and he's like, if you lose your life points, that disc thing's gonna touch you, and then you'll be in the shadow realm.
I
and
feel
Yugi
like they
is
knew
just
what they were
standing
doing
there,
here.
That we could have had a regular duel.
Yugi's literally just I was going to duel you, unhook me.
No matter what, we were gonna have this duel, and it's not if I lose, you can't just push me into the fucking disc anyway, because he'll be on the ground from getting attacked with the life points or whatever the fuck happens in this goddamn game.
Oh my god.
But there was no need for it to be this extra.
No, I mean, Arcana just wanted to put on a show. To an empty room, mind you. He made such a big deal about it being an empty room, but it's a theater, and he's like, I want to put on a show, and I'm like, for who?
For himself.
Oh my god. I understand putting on a show. I am a showman by nature, but I want somebody in the room to watch the show. Like, I would like a little bit of an audience, you know? Like, good God, man.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some, and this one is a lose-lose situation
this is a
for
lose-lose.
everyone.
100%. Although I will say, this is where I got my favorite incarnation of the Dark Magician. Like, we've had a lot of Dark Magician arts over the years, and this one, by far, is my favorite. It's the red evil Dark Magician with the silver hair.
Yeah.
Oh God, that one looks so cool. And like, we also get one of my original favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards of all time introduced in this series of episodes, and it is, I think, the most iconic Yu-Gi-Oh card outside of the big three. So, yeah, and
Let's hear it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we can. We talked about the energy discs at their feet, right?
Yeah.
Man,
I love that.
Man just had these magic saw blades.
This is like, okay, I want you to know, before he said what they did, I looked and I was like, man, they really are gonna saw Yugi in half. I was like joking. I was kidding. And then he was like, it's the Shadow Realm, and I was like, oh, right, that's happening.
Right. Well, I think in the actual, like, the sub, it means he's gonna die. Like, the Shadow Realm is like, you're gonna die, you know, and I kind of like that, but the Shadow Realm is so funny. I just like the idea that, like, he gets touched by this saw blade and he's like, and suddenly he's in, like, this ghoulish world. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, Yu-Gi-Oh is wild.
It's fucking wild. It's okay. You ready for part 2?
Yeah, I was just like thinking about this. By the way, you said he was attached at the ankles. I'm like, Yugi's already got like the collar and the chains, and now he's attached at the ankles. Guys, what are you setting us up for? Why? I understand our generation a lot more now.
You know, I put there's a note somewhere about some other card where like a card gets played, and I was like, man, I've read a fic like this, but Yugi being attached at the ankles, I've read a fic like this. A saw blade also, I've read some things.
There's a few things in this duel particularly that I've read some fics like this.
I've read fics where Yu-Gi-Oh's been happening like this. No, I really haven't. But you ready for part 2? Ready to move on?
Let's do it.
Let's hear it.
The Master of Magicians, part 2.
Great.
It's Dark Magician versus Dark Magician. However, Yami only controls one Dark Magician, and Arcana has 3 residing in his deck, which is funny because they never actually say that he has 3.
That's true. He has 3 of them?
Jiggy, I don't know if you got this far. He only mentions that he has 2 in his deck.
Yeah.
Just
Wait,
to
what?
put it out there. Yeah, he goes, at one point his gets destroyed, and then he summons another one, and he's like, well, I have 2 in my deck. He does not say 3, so I feel like this is wrong.
This might be wrong, yeah.
This might be wrong.
I did not know this. Okay.
But
wow.
The
Okay.
deep
Yami
Arcana lore.
will never give up as long as he believes in the heart of the cards.
As long as he believes that his opponent will never cut his deck.
Jiggy, I need you to do me a favor, Jiggy, and I need you to look up what this character looks like.
Oh, I thought you meant look up IRL. Sorry. I actually looked up at the ceiling.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna come through
go ahead.
and send you to the Shadow Realm. Specifically,
Everyone's,
because
like,
the first
On
note
your ceiling
I wrote,
with a knife in their mouth.
Yep. It's time. The reason I need you to do that is to look up Arcana is because my first note is why this dude look like this.
Why this dude? Why he look like this?
Oh,
second-
this is Arcana?
Yeah.
My
Oh,
second note is, why
God.
is this man so sweaty? He was so sweaty in this
He
whole
was
duel. He was
very-
just sweaty.
Dude,
was
anyone that
slick to the
dresses like
touch.
this at a convention, stay the hell away, yo. I don't want to be near that guy.
At
Couldn't
least-
be me, yo.
At
Yeah,
least
no,
he
could
knows
not
he's
be
gonna
me.
have like 3 feet of room on each side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll give him that
Yeah,
much.
man. That's the definition of 6 feet distance, yo.
He
That's
really said social
crazy.
distancing.
That is the social distancing outfit, 100%.
Oh man, yo, I think he was on to something, yo.
He also like goes on this whole rant about how the first rule of magic is that like you got to keep your best trick for last. And I was sitting there going, the first rule of magic is don't reveal how your magic trick works, you fucking idiot. Who the fuck taught you how to do magic? And then he's like, I was an amazing magician and I lost the love of my life. And I'm like, that really fucking sucks. You could not have been that good of a magician if you don't
Also-
know how magic works.
Also, Harry Houdini is canonically part of the Yu-Gi-Oh universe.
That's true. He literally is like, I was up there with Harry Houdini. I was fucking sobbing.
I was like, this ties into real life people. Oh my god, who is the United States president during the time of Yu-Gi-Oh? I need to know.
I'm gonna dude, I'll Google it. I'll find
Oh
out.
my god. That's so fucking funny.
Also, this duel gets so wild. Like, I wrote it down where I was like, bruh, so much just happened in the last 5 seconds. Yugi's like, I'm gonna play 2 face downs, and then he's like, I'm gonna play 2 face downs, and then Yugi's like, I'm gonna play 1 face down, and he's like, well, I'm gonna play 1 face down, and they just keep playing face downs, and then like they launch into this huge, like, I played a trap card, I played a spell card, and then they destroy each other's dark magicians, and they both play Monster Reborn at the same time, and I was just having a crisis.
Quick play, yo. Reborn.
None of them were quick plays. None of
No,
them.
they were all face
So they
down.
just played them
No.
on their turn.
Motherfucker
Oh, that's
played D-Spell like a trap card.
Dude, they were all face down cards, and then they were like, oh, well, like, one of them makes a point to be like, you can't attack my dark magician because they have the same attack points and they'll just destroy each other. And then they attacked each other anyway. And I was just like, y'all could have summoned other monsters.
Yo,
Like,
I just...
you're telling me that you guys only magically got the, like, cards you needed, which obviously, Arcana is cheating. He filed down the edges of his cards so he could pull the cards he wanted.
No,
But, like,
those are considered damaged and not tournament legal. So
Yeah, yo,
But,
you're
like-
banned, yo.
dude, the way that I was sitting there, and that's when my notes were like, I can count cards too, my guy. Like, you're not special.
and this is why you sleeve your cards, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, yo.
Oh my god.
just-
And then like not only that, but the way they were playing the traps and spells pissed me off so much. Like they went in for an attack, or the evil dark magician went in for an attack on Yugi, and then he put him under the magical hats. Fine, great, that's a trap card. Doesn't work like that, but it's a trap card.
I love magical
then
hats. What a
fucking-
great card.
And then he's just like, in response, like, you know what? No, fuck you, 1,000 knives. And then Yugi's just like, anti-magic area. And it's like, D-spell. He's like, now all of our shit doesn't work. And I'm like,
Dude, they
no,
just kept
your
playing
magical
cards.
hat still works, you fucking moron.
The way
God.
that they just kept going back and forth. And then I made a comment during all of this happening, and I put, bruh, I've never seen Yugi play half of these fucking spell cards, and we'll never see them again.
Oh, yeah. And like, it only works in the dark magician on dark magician fight. And that's it. Oh, my God. And then, like, is there a third part of this episode?
There is a third
There
part,
is.
but before we get to the third part,
Yeah.
right, I gotta read this, like, note that I made.
Yeah,
so there's
please
like,
do.
I don't know what card he plays, and you'll probably know what card it is, because I don't. But he, like, the evil dude plays a card that, like, stops Dark Magician from, like, being on the field, but he's still on the field,
Yeah,
and he's like chained up, and then
like, put on a
Yugi gets
fucking
attacked.
cross. I'm like,
Yeah, and
what?
Like, I don't know what card it was. I did not write down the card because I just wrote, the way Yugi's Dark Magician looks pissed that Yugi got hurt. I'm writing a fic immediately. My ship is Dark Magician x Yugi. Why did he look like that? Why was he so mad? Like, he literally was so pissed. He was like, dude, why the fuck am I chained here? And I was sitting there going, dude, why the fuck are you chained there? I don't know what just happened.
I'm like, wow, Kaiba Corp really went all out with these holograms.
Dude, he looked fucking mad. Also, there was like a whole card that he played that would make like ectoplasm happen, and I was like, is this man really fucking mansplaining Ghost in the chat room?
What did I see in episode? What was the episode? He faced the Bandit Keith, not Bandit Keith, but like, you know, the husk of Bandit Keith. And then Yugi used like Machio, the magical mist.
Yes,
like,
Machio, the magical
made them
mist.
like rusted, so it would make the summoned skull like double attack or something because they were rusted.
And
I'm
all
like,
your
wait,
machines are
what's
rusted.
going on?
Oh my god,
Oh my
wait.
God.
That part in Colton, the part in the Esperoba episode where Joey uses the time wizard, and he's like, Jinzo's gonna rust now because he's made out of metal, and then he's like, you didn't know that Jinzo's made out of this really fancy metal that just doesn't rust? And I was like, what? It doesn't add up.
Titanium alloy. I'm like, where on the I'm looking at Jinzo right now. Tell me where it says that. Like,
That's exactly what. Sometimes I'm like, I understand that it's for the show, but also,
God.
what the fuck? You didn't know that, like, he's made out of titanium that doesn't rust? Yep, I literally woke up this morning and went, I think Jinzo is gonna be unable to rust for 10,000 years.
oh my god. It's so stupid. It's so dumb, but I love it.
Dumb.
I love it so much. It does. The problem is it makes for a great show. And it's like, but you're basing this on a card game that exists. And Jiggy, do you remember when we got back when like we were dueling for the first time and I thought fucking fusion monsters couldn't attack the turn they're summoned? And you're like,
Yo,
when the fuck was that established?
yo, what year were you in?
I was like, you're like, when the fuck was that? And I'm like, here's where the fuck that was. This is where
Dude, yo,
this is what I
it's
thought.
actually this
It
season.
was, dude, yeah, it's, and you were mentioning this earlier, Rain. You were talking about playing Magic. Like, when you play Magic, when you summon your monsters, you're supposed to have this thing called summoning sickness, which means you can't attack the turn that you're summoned.
Yeah,
so this is what
you have
Colton
to
was
have
talking
haste.
about. Yeah, this is what Colton was talking about. He was just like, fusion monsters, they can attack the turn they're summoned? Quick play, you can play your battlefield.
Yeah.
Yo, learning that
that's
stuff for the
the
first time,
thing.
you're like, wait, what?
Well, that's
Yeah.
the thing, Jiggy. It's in this season where, like, someone fuses a monster, and one of the other people is like, well, you can't attack with your fusion
That was
monster
the,
on the turn it's summoned. And
That
I'm
was
like,
the Yugi Marek fight, where like
oh, with Piercing Dude.
yeah, with Mr. Mime, like
Oh, I love that Pokemon.
absolutely, goth Mr. Mime, absolutely.
Yeah, like, you had to see me sitting there, like, literally, I had to, like, pretend that I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was like, no, that's not right. You can definitely, like, fuse your, like, mons and then be able to fucking attack.
Yeah,
Me,
Kaiba does it all
been
the
out of the
time.
game, but not that long.
Oh my god! But this game, this particular game, Yugi cheats like crazy. That ectoplasm card does not do that. It doesn't do it
That
from the
wasn't even
entire
Yugi.
field.
But that wasn't even Yugi, that was fucking Arcana.
Well, no, because Arcana was just like, yeah, no, I'm gonna take my Dark Magician soul and fire it at your life points directly.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
and then
he's like, nope, you took my Dark Magician too, and it blocked the attack.
oh my god, I literally wrote
What?
Dark Magician really said fuck around and find out.
What Like, what? I'm looking up the actual effect of that card right now. Like,
Well, it sounds like Colton playing Yu-Gi-Oh right now. Yo.
Ectoplasmer. Here it is. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. Wait, my phone is like not giving me a clear picture of this card. Oh,
You
man.
got this. I believe in you.
I'm trying. I believe in the heart of my phone right now. Once per turn during each player's end phase. First of all, that's also incorrect. Once per turn during each player's end phase. Oh my god, I just lost it. Come on. Come on.
I got you.
Hurry up.
I got you. Hold on.
Oh my god, my phone is like having a stroke right now. That is so unfortunate.
Only once during each player's end phase. Each player tributes one face-up monster on their side of the field and inflicts damage to the opponent's life points equal to half of the original attack of the tributed monster.
Yeah, so each player does that. Like, but he's like, no, you took it from my Dark Magician. He also did it twice. He took 2 of his own monsters and fired it. And like, oh my god.
Nope.
And, like,
With Dark Magician really just said fuck around and find out.
Dark Magician's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna
told you.
sacrifice my own soul. I'm like, you are a piece of cardboard
Nope. No,
On
it's
a-
the ship.
on
It's
a glorified frisbee. Like,
the ship. No. Colton, the power of my ship of Dark Magician X Yuki.
I mean, like, we learn in GX that they're definitely more than cards, but as of right now, man, they are on frisbee watches, pieces of cardboard.
Frisbee watches. Screaming.
Oh my god!
Alright, I'm gonna read part 3.
Yes, please.
Because these bios are so short.
How many parts are? Yo, is this JoJo?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
The Master
yo.
of Magicians, part 3. To counter Arcana's Dark Magician, Yugi pulls a rabbit out of his hat, the Dark Magician Girl. It's
Oh,
Battle
let's
of the
go.
Yugi doesn't
Sexes
wear a
to
hat, but it's
determine
okay.
the true master of the magicians.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
I
Dark Magician
fucking
Girl.
love Dark Magician Girl.
Definitely,
Let's go.
I'd say definitely my
Love.
top 3 anime crushes of my childhood by far. I was.
think-
Call me Cyrus. I was there, man. I was
You were
there
simping?
for it. Absolutely.
I
I was
literally
simping
wrote-
before I knew what that meant. Like,
Bruh, the way that the card got summoned and I wrote, oh shit, Yugi has the Dark Magician Girl, go get the fucking simps.
oh yeah. This Konami definitely was like, okay, this is how we get everybody on board to Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, regardless, this is it. This is what we do.
I also, so Yugi, like, summons the Dark Magician Girl and then is like, oh yeah, she gets power based off of, like, every magician that's in the graveyard. And he's like, oh, but that's not enough to defeat me. And he's like, haha, you fucking idiot. You have a magician in the graveyard. And then I was like, I don't know if it works that way. And
It
Arcana
does.
was like, I don't know if it fucking works that way. And Yugi was like, hey, it fucking works that way. And I just think Dark Magician Girl should have bonked him on the head instead of using a spell. Thank you.
That would have been funny. She's just like, you know that meme with like the really big dude with the bat? It's just like you're waiting for Farrah to come down as like Reinhardt or some shit like that. Like, I just would love it if she just wound up and cracked him across the head.
That's literally all I wanted.
Oh, some Acme ass violence in this show would be so good.
I'm
Like,
just saying.
And can we also talk about that scene where he's just like, she gets power from your Dark Magician too, and he's just sitting there just giving Arcana the fucking death stare, and he's talking about this whole episode before he's like, monsters are just tools to be used, and you need to use fear to control them, and then the Red Dark Magician's looking back at him like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about?
The Dark Magician just sitting there. Listen, I did not choose to be with him. I was gifted to him. This
I
is
just
not
work
what
here.
I wanted. I'm literally just standing here.
I was told this would be a good internship opportunity.
I thought maybe I could, like, take your spot on the team, but I'm beginning to think that I just shouldn't have shown up to work today.
I just love how they start treating it like Pokemon. It's like you have to train your Pokemon with love and kindness. No, fear and respect. I'm just like, dude, like, all right, Gary Oak, calm down. It's okay. They're cards.
You just beat
they are
it
cards.
into the card. You put the card on the floor and you just start punching it. Why didn't I win the duel? It's your fault.
Bad, Dark Magician. Bad.
I really love so Yugi wins the duel, right?
Let's go.
And like Arcana's like going on this whole like, oh my god, well, you know, like freaking the fuck out. But then he also is like, I had a secret key and I'm gonna get out of it anyway. And Yugi just turns around and he goes, but what I am is sorry for you. And I was like, I'm fucking screaming, fucking tell him how it is. He like came for this man's life.
Absolutely. Fuck him. Like, absolutely. You know what? I kind of understand why Arcana did what he did, but, like, fuck him. You know what? Like, I just... I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna... Fuck him. Absolutely. Whatever. Like, he did it because he thought he could get his love back. And I'm like, it's
actually so
you.
funny.
It's not like she died. Like, she broke up with you, dude. Like...
But he told her to. That's the thing. Like, anyone want to tell Arcana that he could just, you know, talk his problems out? Because he's the one who was sitting there going, I pushed her away, I sent her away. And it's like, okay, go find her.
Give her a call. There's these wonderful things called cellular phones.
Have you tried using the internet and sending an email? Yeah. It's short for electronic mail.
You have magic saw blades at your feet. Clearly you've got the technical know-how to get in touch with this woman. Like...
Yeah, literally. Fucking Jesus Christ. And the way that, like, behind him was, like, a shadow of, like, the girl, right?
Yep.
And he's like, there she is. And then he's like going to like use his like key that he had hidden, and then Merrick also was like, hey, fuck around and find out, and like freezes him so he can't use the key, and then is like, the key in your hand was fake, but it wasn't fake. It was a real key.
He
and
like
it, fell out of
blinds
his
him
hand.
from the inside out. Like,
yeah, to like stop him from seeing it. And then Yugi, being too good for his own fucking like shit, unlocks his ankles, runs, grabs the key, and unlocks Arcana's ankles before he fucking ends up in the Shadow Realm, and literally like goes to get his girl, and his girl is a mannequin. So
yeah.
And Merrick really
Rough
did be
life,
like,
yeah.
hey, fuck around and find out, my guy.
I mean, dude, it was kind of sad to watch that until I thought about, like, call her. You know, go out for coffee, Arcana. You know, you can go out, you know what, maybe not coffee. He got burned. That's why he's in the situation he's in the first place. Go out for, like, a cake or something. You know, like, go out for something nice. You know, something, like a cold...
Go get a frappuccino.
Ice cream. But, like,
hit up your local Carvel, you know, sit at a table, talk out your issues.
Absolutely.
But
nothing
like,
rekindles a relationship like a cookie puss. You know what I mean? It's fine. That was around during this time. It's okay. Oh my god.
Also, like, after that whole thing happens and then Merrick is like talking through him and is like, I should be the Pharaoh. Actually, fuck you. I should be the Pharaoh for having to sit through this bullshit, first of all. It should be me. I should be the Pharaoh. Second of all, Yugi just being like, as long as I believe in the heart of the cards, the world continues to be at stake, and I really don't think that the heart of the cards is going to get us out of this one.
No, I don't think so.
I once again offer up violence.
Yeah, I mean, if someone just like torpedoed Merrick's boat, this whole thing would have been fine. Like, just do it. Just do that. You know, if the world is at stake, just torpedo the boat. You know, that's all good.
I have notes for the next episode that just read, "What if we let Tristan kick his ass?" And that's about a different character. But what if we just let Tristan like beat up Merrick? I feel like he could take him.
Absolutely.
Really deserved. I would love that, yo.
Like, I feel like that's what I need.
Oh man, like I think we have to wrap it up here for today because we're getting close to the end time.
Yeah.
But
No.
I know,
for sure.
like it's just, oh my god, this whole season could have been avoided so easily if Mokuba did his job, if Kaiba wasn't such a petty little prick,
And if
someone
we just
sank Marek's boat.
All I'm saying is, Tristan has his fist. Someone just give, like, Taya a gun.
Someone
Oh.
give Taya a
Or
gun.
Grandpa. Grandpa said he was too old for this shit, so I'm understanding if he doesn't get a gun. But, like...
I feel like Taya's got some shit she needs to work out. I think that would be good.
Agreed.
I'm just saying, once again, all of the plots could just have been taken care of so easily if we were all willing to just use violence instead of a children's card game to solve our problems.
That wouldn't be Yu-Gi-Oh! Though. That's the thing.
What if they gave Solomon Moto a gun? That would have been amazing.
No, we would never have episod 2, yo.
We would never. He just
He's
shoots
like,
Kaiba
get
in
your
the
hands off my... Why? I don't know. Wait, that might have been Esperopa, yo. My bad.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Could have been canceled if Solomon Moto just had a deagle underneath his counter. Wow. Oh my god. That's so funny. I would love to see like an alternate ending where Kaiba just gets taken out by the police.
I'm gonna write my own version of Yu-Gi-Oh!
I hate that, actually, a lot.
I'm literally gonna
lot.
do it. Guys, I'm gonna write my own version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every time one of the duels gets a little out of hand, Yugi just goes for violence.
Oh, shit, that's cool.
Oh my god, like, you know what? I chain 5 into walking over the field and kicking the shit out of you.
It's just Yugi looking at his hand, realizing he has nothing he can play, points, look over there, and he just runs across the field and decks him.
I attack your life points directly.
He definitely hit his mic. I heard that. That's hilarious.
Oh man, we do all our own sound effects here, but I would adore that. Holy shit! There's like this thing going around, like it's like a Source filmmaker thing where they're making like Cell and Kermit the Frog as characters. It's just like it's so funny, and one of them is a duel between Cell and Yugi. And he's just like, I summoned Dark Magician with a gun.
Oh my god, Kuma sent me that.
Like,
Stop,
yeah.
I was in tears.
Holy shit, he's packing heat! So, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Oh,
Kuma
God.
literally sent me that video.
That shit is so funny.
Also, because you were just talking about things going around, it made me think about the meme or like trend or whatever that's going around of like they're a 10 but, and it's about me, they're a 10 but they think Yu-Gi-Oh should have guns.
Yeah, but listen, it does have guns in the dub, not the dub, the sub. Like, it has guns. Like, there are
Okay,
guns in this universe.
they're a
Kaiba has
10.
armed guards.
They're a 10 but they think that every duel should just be ending in going to fist.
Every duel should end up like a duel from medieval times.
I thought Ray was gonna say a 10, but they go second in Yu-Gi-Oh. I thought that's what you were gonna say.
They're a 10, but they play face-up defense.
Oh
they're a
gosh,
hero.
jeez, look at me started, yo.
They're a 10 but they play Ancient Gears. Looks at Pokemon.
Oh, doo-doo-doo.
Oh no, not the sad flute, no.
Just the
Oh no.
Wow, I can't believe you just hit me like that. I think I just heard Nicole scream from the other room, 7!
Well, it's okay. They're a 10, but they stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh because their card got banned in fucking 2012. It's me. I'm a 0.
It's all good. The second that they ban Millennium Eyes Restrict, I'm just gonna be like, well, it's been
You
a
can
good
come sit
run,
with me on the
boys.
bench. I was over there sitting on the bench. That's going to be me and Colton.
Absolutely. Millennium Eyes Restrict goes in the naughty binder, and my savings account slowly inflates. Oh my god.
But
that's so ridiculous.
That's the next 5 episodes of season 2 of Yugioh.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to talk about those next time.
Yeah, you guys are making me definitely want to watch. These sound like we said 4, 5, 6 episodes. These all sound like fun episodes. We got a Joey arc, we got a Yugi arc.
There's gonna be more.
To find Esperosa, and we got to find the 6 feet distancer. Like, I'm excited to watch and see these again. Or yeah.
Get me that on a shirt.
That's the name I came up with.
I love that. No, listen, my guy, you gotta sit down and like watch these because like after not watching these for a really long time, coming back to them, it is fucking hilarious.
I bet, funny. Dude. I absolutely bet.
Can we plan a Triforce Yu-Gi-Oh watch party? Like, we can even do it on Discord. Like, I got all the equipment for it.
Is it on Amazon Prime?
It's on Crunchyroll. That's where I'm watching.
It's on Hulu.
Okay. Sure. Not sponsored by either of those.
No.
But
we can talk.
But hit me up Hulu if you want to do a sponsorship though.
We do anime, video games. Yeah, we're fucking multimedia at this point, right? Yep. So
I could talk about some things on Hulu.
Speak into existence, and so it shall be done.
Absolutely. I just gotta believe in the heart of the ads. I just have to.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to Jiggy for coming on and dealing with our bullshit as we talk about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Thank you so much for having me once again. It's always been a blast. I'm not gonna lie, definitely gonna re-listen to this on the next commute whenever this comes out.
Hell yeah!
Real quick, guys, where is this coming out on? Which podcast service is this coming out on? Just so for the listeners out there.
The answer is yes. It comes out on anywhere you get your pods. Oh, you wanted me to say that?
Oh, no, I was just saying actually where you want it to.
Everybody loves when I say that shit for some reason. It's you can get it on Spotify, you can get it on Google Podcasts, you can get it on YouTube, actually. You can get it on, I think, Apple Podcasts as well. And you can even get it on iHeart, which is kind of cool. So you can check out a bunch of shit. You can just literally type in the Triforce Podcast in Google, and your preferred mode of listening will pop up.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Look at that. That's awesome.
Absolutely. So go and take a listen to this. You're going to love it. You can actually leave reviews on the Apple Podcast. You can give it you can 5-star it on Spotify. It's cool. It's really cool.
Yes, all true. Jiggy, if you have anything you want to plug.
I almost forgot to do that. You do it so many times it just becomes second nature. But for those that want to check me out, I haven't been doing it in a hot minute. You know how work goes, transitioning, going to a new place, getting your life together, all normal adult things. I'm trying to get back into it. Usually the main hub, twitch.tv/JoRenzIgnacio. Currently, that is JoRenzIgnacio. That's the same thing as well on Twitter, Instagram. Anyone still use Snapchat, I guess?
I kind of use Snapchat.
All social media currently is at JoRenzIgnacio. So you guys want to find me anywhere and everywhere, that's your best bet. But otherwise, man, again, like I said, thank you guys so much for having me. Hopefully you get to do more of these. I'm usually featured on Colton streams from time to time as well. You can check him out as well. He'll plug that in a second.
Absolutely.
And you know what? While we're plugging stuff, I think, Rain, I think you have one as well, if I'm not mistaken, correct? I don't know if you wanted to promote that today, but if you guys would like to, please go ahead.
Colton, if you want to plug your shit.
Absolutely. Twitch.tv/CEasySpecial. You can type in CEasySpecial into Google and find your preferred mode of ingesting my content. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, and I'm on Twitch. And I also have a Discord that you can come through and hang out with. If you go to my Twitch, you can find it right over there. So come and hang out. We do Halo, we do Yu-Gi-Oh, Shadow Realm Sunday, Master Chief Monday, Friday Night Friendlies. You're sensing a theme there. But, and now we're doing, Nicole and I are actually running through Zelda right now, and we're doing all goofy voices for all the characters, and it's a lot of fun.
It's actually really cute. I did tune into one of those streams.
Oh, really?
It was pretty cute. Yeah, I thought it was really cute. But you can catch me over on Twitter at Mystic Rain VI standing for 6, and on Twitch at The Mystic Rain, where we are currently streaming through Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories.
I gotta tell you, Rain, this has been the best work entertainment that I could have. Like, I appreciate you streaming late into the night, so I have something to watch while I'm at work. That is so nice, and I love watching your playthroughs.
Thank you. I'm currently working through the entire Kingdom Hearts series, and when we're done, it has been suggested that I try my hand at Bloodborne, so
Ooh!
Shit.
I might take a break after
Ooh,
Chain
yeah.
of Memories and try to do some Bloodborne. So
Oh yeah.
And you can also find me on Instagram at The Mystic Rain.
Absolutely. Well, guys, I think it's time that we set this podcast face down and end our turn.
I'm actually going to play it in defense mode face up.
How? Robot!
So much for everyone for tuning in. Tune in next week where we talk about something else. Have a good night, y'all.
Judge, we need a ruling over here.
Colton, you're banned.
Yo, peace.
Bye.